Okay, so I'm going to show you how to clean these pallet boxes out. Okay, when you return your supplies, you got to make sure that it's all cleaned off. So you'll take your pallet knife itself, and you'll need to kind of scrub it clean. Make sure you get all the chunks of paint off. It may have a little bit of like a discoloration to it because from the paint. That's fine as long as you get all the paint off. Okay, so just scrub it off. Make sure the edges are clean. Make sure they're nice and sharp. And the beast though is going to be cleaning these out because these can get really dirty, especially if your pallet tipped upside down. You got paint all over the lid area here, so you've got to make sure those clean. So I need these back. You return those. If you still have your value scale, you can turn those back. If not, it's not a big deal. I can make some more. It's not hard. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you take off all the tape. Okay? If you have your name on it, please pull that tape off. Okay? Throw it in the garbage. This one's not bad at all. It has just a little bit to it. Okay? A couple of stains in here. Yours might look a lot worse than this. Is going to take a lot more heavy cleaning to it. So what you got to do is, I find that the thing that works the best is this stuff here, this powder Ajax cleaner, Comet cleaner, whatever brand you want to use, but that works the best. I have lots of this here at school. You're welcome to come and use mine here at school. I find the best thing to do is get it wet. Okay, make sure it kind of gets all wet, and then sprinkle some of this on top. Okay. You don't need to be stingy. It's not expensive, and it does a good job, and you're going to need a lot of it. So put a lot of it on there. And then you'll take your scrubbing sponges, and with this green side here, the scrubbing side, is the part you really have to kind of work on there, okay? If you have chunks of paint, you will need to get your palette knife and scrape off those chunks, okay? I like to do this all while it's wet. If it's wet, this will kind of soften up some of the paint, even if it's really dried onto your box lid here, and this stuff will help it to come off a lot quicker and a lot easier. Okay, so scrub it really good, get into all the corners there. I want all the chunks of paint off. These boxes have to last me. They're pretty expensive and really difficult to manage and keep clean, but I buy them I make them available every year. I don't buy them every year, but I make them available to you guys because they make the painting process so much easier, and especially if you have to take your paints home. So you're going to scrub it really good, get every little area here, especially inside this track here, okay? Inside this track where the box goes inside and connects, okay? You got to make sure that's cleaned out as well. Sometimes paint gets built up in there. That's going to be the most important area that it gets cleaned, okay? So get all these little chunks off. If you get a spot that won't come out, you just use your palette knife and kind of scrape that up. Okay, make sure it's removed. Clean the inside, and of course clean the outside as well. It's got little stains and stuff on it here on the outside. Okay, all of this needs to be scrubbed away and cleaned. Okay, if you use this cleaner, it should come off really pretty quick and easy. So just sprinkle some of that on there. If you need to let it soak a little bit, then let it soak a little bit before you go in and clean it, but it will get it all off. If you do scrub to the point where you remove part of the number on the box, that's fine. I'll just renumber them. Just remember there is a barcode on the bottom that needs to be kept there, so do not peel this one off, and do not scrub over this where you take off the letter there, okay, or the numbers on there, because you can't return your box and then you'll be fined for it. So make sure it's all clean, even the edges here, because 100% needs to all be cleaned off. Okay, keep scrubbing on that one. You need to get the lid, okay, or the base of the box as well. Inside here is not too bad, but I can see there's lots of paint, smudges, and smears and stuff on the outside of the box, which all needs to be cleaned off. Okay, so take some time to get it all cleaned off. It will take you, depending on how clean you've been. I'm kind of a messy painter, so when I do this, it takes me a little bit longer than what some people who are much cleaner when it comes to painting, but that's how it goes. Okay, good luck. Bring these back to me. You need to make sure that you do not just leave it Don't just set it somewhere on a counter and expect that I am going to get it and take care of it. You need to make sure you bring it back to me so I can see, so I can check it off the list and give you credit for returning it. So good luck.